Misfits, and welcome to the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a TTRPG podcast where our group of friends sit around and play some of our favorite games set in our own homebrew settings. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the stories we have to offer. Okay, are we ready?
Are we ever?
You ready?
Look, man. Am I? What question do I have?
Hello.
Oh, we did that one last week.
What's the question? Will you ask it to us?
I play that on the piano while I'm waiting for my kids to do like the most menial tasks, and
Good. I'm happy you do.
Yeah, they always think, they're like, Miss Andy, what's this beat? This beat's really good. And I'm like, it's fucking Jeopardy.
They don't know anything.
Oh my god.
Calling it a beat is wild.
Yeah.
Alex Trebek is not even cold in his grave, and he is.
I know. Okay, here's my question.
Okay.
What alignment did your character start the campaign as, and has it changed since?
Oh.
Do you think your character's alignment has changed? You know what? This would be a great time for me to just look and see what Allie's alignment is supposed to be and see if that has changed. So let me pull up his as like a example. Allie. Alaric. He is... What is he? Where does it say? Does it say?
It's in background.
Oh, shoot. I gotta pull up a whole thing. Background. I didn't put one. What would Allie be? Probably...
like true neutral?
Probably true neutral. Though he might lean more neutral good these days. I mean, admittedly, he probably was neutral good before, in some capacity. 'Cause he's like a man of honor. But yeah, somewhere teetering on that line. Anybody else?
See, that's so funny. Can we all say what Isla is together? 1, 2, 3. Chaotic
neutral.
Yeah. She started off as pretty chaotic neutral. I don't think she's changed that much. She's definitely like neutral good leaning as well, but she's just a little too she's a little too her to be anything but chaotic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think she means well.
She does.
But she definitely is chaotic.
Yeah, sometimes she does some stuff that just never needs to be done.
It's weird, though, because it's like chaos through, like... It's not through choice, I would say. It's like she unintentionally is chaotic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's my girl.
Yep. Who's next?
Yeah, I think so Darren started out neutral good.
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like he's kind of stayed neutral good, maybe moved a little bit more toward lawful, but like
Hmm.
I think he's stayed pretty neutral good.
Yeah, I feel like he's been pretty consistent. I feel like
Just
right when all the Adrillis stuff was found out, we did see a little bit of a
little
bit of a
chaos.
darkness in there, you know? But I feel like he's, for the most part, been pretty solid. Gotta have a
Yeah.
rock. Gotta have some.
You just gotta take care of my kids, man.
Yeah, it's hard to take care of your kids. They're
All
very complicated
how
children.
many? 6 of them?
Yes, math. It's tough. It's tough. I feel like, I don't know. MJ, do you think his alignment has changed over the course of the campaign or stayed the same?
I think it has slightly changed because I started lawful neutral,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I think the biggest thing for Hoots was, with his monastery, with his beliefs, that he followed nearly everything by the book or what he was told.
Right.
And I feel like with the Yo-Ho-Hos and kind of how we operate, he's had to naturally change to more I mean, very subtle change to like, I think neutral good in terms of understanding that you have to break the rules sometimes in order to,
Yeah,
I mean,
a little less
with
lawful.
adventure. Yeah, a
A
little
little
less
more
lawful.
neutral. I feel that. I get that. Go with the flow.
Hmm.
For sure. Ronan. What about Ronan?
Sorry, my thing wouldn't turn
You're good.
on. She started off chaotic neutral. I don't know that she's necessarily changed.
Yeah.
I think it's more that she has people that she cares about, and those people are following good things, and so
Right.
she's like helping them. But if she like had been surrounded by different people, I don't know that she would have.
It was like
Made the
chaotic
same choice?
neutral without a purpose at the start, and now there's
Mhm.
more direction to it.
Yeah,
you know?
that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah, I get it. What about Chi?
So this might come as a shock, but her alignment is chaotic good. And I went with chaos because I was like, I feel like if she were lawful good, she would like not be so down with the party.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? I feel like lawful good because I mean I have another character I'm playing right now and she's lawful good and yeah, and it's hard. I feel like
For sure.
to really jive with like everyone else, and I feel like there's some chaotic moments she had. I mean, like like helping cheat and like things like that, which I don't think a lawful good character maybe would do, maybe under other circumstances, but
Right.
But no, I my whole thought process was like she like obviously like she's got her own thing going on, but like obviously she understands everyone's different and is like
For sure.
willing to meet people halfway. And I think that's kind of been her whole thing with all of these rogues. Yeah,
There are a lot of rogues.
for sure. Why don't we, for Orlana, do y'all want to guess what Orlana is?
Chaotic
According
neutral.
to- yeah.
I assume.
Kaboom. Yep, that's her. So yeah.
Classic rogue
Indeed. Yeah.
alignment.
So.
I feel like she's probably stayed the same.
She's pretty chaotic neutral still, yeah.
Yeah. Not any grand shifts or anything.
No. All right, Revan.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about your alignment, sir.
Let's talk, Revan.
Revan started off lawful neutral, kind of just following orders. And I feel like throughout the campaign, that's probably changed. More than definitely it's changed. And he's probably closer to chaotic neutral at this point, as he's kind of figured out that his entire
tracks.
life is a lie.
Yeah, I do get the sense that perhaps Revan has been somewhat chaotic at times.
He's not planning anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, when you phrase it as his entire life has been a lie, the shift does make a lot of sense.
It does. It does. Uh-huh.
And yet,
Yeah.
some of the questions Revan's been asking lately do worry me.
Same.
So
I
much.
don't know why you're worried about anything.
So
Mm.
much.
There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything with my corpse that's just lying around.
Well, speaking
Got it.
of, why don't we get into the game itself? Okay, so the last time we all played together, you guys were in the Alster Academy, and you started exploring. You looked around downstairs. You found some interesting notes about Devon and found out that he was a professor of archaeology here. And then, of course, went missing, probably when he died. And yeah, you found a lab underneath the school and managed to trick one of the people down there into thinking that you were like there to deliver some prisoners to the cells. You found that the cells were creepy and full of people that seemed not all there. And you also found a secret tunnel inside one of the cells. You followed it, and it led you to Kreia and this other warforged named Nihilus. You planned to sort of sneak in, but it seems like she was expecting y'all, and it turned into a big old fight. You took out Nihilus pretty quickly, but it took a little bit more time to get Kreia taken care of, but eventually you did get her as well. And yeah, after that, you guys, were able to, there were several items you got from the room where you fought her, but we haven't had time to really, like, figure out what those are. And then, of course, you looked in the other room that she was in with the big orrery, showing the different planes of existence. You found her notes. You found also these research notes from an individual named Azariah Fadark, and collected all of those, and then you went off to go explore the laboratory. I do want to, before we go deal with the laboratory stuff, I do want to, like, I guess, elaborate or clarify the notes from Azariah Fadark just a little bit, because I feel like I really gave the Spark Notes version, because technically it's an item from the last campaign, but it's new to you, Joe, so you need a better explainer there. So in that journal of notes, there is a lot of stuff about modifying memories and blocking memories and using that to manipulate and control people. And then there's a big chunk of stuff on cloning, big elaborate cloning experiment. And then there's also a bunch of stuff on these experiments carried out on Pierce. And I think an important distinction that you would have noticed even just skimming and flipping through is that all of the cloning stuff is pertaining to flesh and blood individuals, because the magic requires a flesh component in order to cast it and carry out that process. And it seems like that is why, because Pierce is a warforged and doesn't have flesh, that's why all these other experiments were carried out on him, because he could not be cloned. So an important distinction there. And there's more that you can find there and learn through those notes. But I think we'll save that for whenever you've got more time, like downtime to look through it. Not just like quickly flipping through it while you're in enemy territory and stuff.
Sure.
Okay. You guys are outside the doors to the lab, the main lab. What are we doing? We going in? We not going in?
Yeah, I think we can
I'm muted. I'm sorry. I can't remember. Did we listen at the doors
Yeah.
last session or no?
I don't think so.
Wait,
Then let's do that.
What's
the
your
lab
question?
to the right?
We are this door that Isla is at
Yeah.
at the end of the hall.
Might be.
Let me get my dice real quick, and then we'll listen. They're right here. They're not too far. Okay. Yeah, let's listen at the door before we just go in.
Nah, just barge in.
Okay, 18 plus stuff.
18 plus stuff. You do not hear anything.
Okay, then yeah, I say we can stealth that door open. Let's do it.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
Oh
Is
my
the
God.
goal to now be stealthy?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see what's behind the door.
Okay.
I got a I really swung the other way on this roll. A 15.
A 15. All right. You open the door, and inside, yeah, you find that this laboratory is filled with strange mechanical contraptions. To the eastern side of the room, you see 2 operating tables, each occupied by what looks like warforged remains. You also see 2 doors to the west and 2 more doors like on the southern wall, not including the door that you've just opened.
Can I go and invest? Well, I guess other people are joining me, right? I'm not going by
Yeah,
myself.
so if y'all are wanting to be stealthy, I will need a group stealth check.
Okay. Let's be stealthy, just in case, y'all. At least try.
Yeah, it's not like we just
What
had
does
a
it hurt?
giant brawl just down the
No.
hallway.
It's fine.
Nobody would have heard that.
That's not crazy.
I got a 26 on my stealth.
26. Cool.
18.
18.
28.
28. Hoots.
I get ye 23.
23. Chi got a 7. Orlana got a number of some kind. 30. Good lord. Okay.
Does it matter what Revan got?
Revan, what'd you get?
6.
6. I was like, I'm missing one. I don't have everybody. Okay. 6. Nice.
I didn't know
Wow.
if we'd already passed or not.
Okay. All right. You guys get into this room, and here you are. What are people doing?
I kind of want to investigate whatever the heck these are up here.
Yeah, I mean, the map isn't necessarily going to accurately reflect everything that's actually in the room, because I didn't make this map. But yeah, looking around, there's all sorts of like weird mechanical contraptions and components. It looks like a lot of just like scrap and pieces collected over the years from Warforged or other constructs.
Mm.
Do any of them?
Doors.
Do any of the Warforged bits look familiar?
Make a... You can make an investigation or a history check.
Did we decide last time that Kreia probably just cloned an arm that looked like Pierce's?
Yeah, so when the arm was initially delivered, Joe, you might remember I had you roll like an intelligence check, and you failed that check. So you recognized it as Pierce's arm, but you failed to recognize that it was just an imitation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know shit. That's a 13.
A 13. Anybody else can make an intelligence or a history check while looking at all the Warforged scrap and bodies and stuff.
Got a 15.
Wow.
15.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Shocker.
Nobody make me roll for anything the rest of the session.
Yeah, I got a 9.
24, 23.
Wow.
Coming
Very
through.
nice.
Oh my gosh.
Good. So Hoots, maybe you weirdly read like some history book on Warforged or something up at the monastery, but you're looking over these bits and pieces, and you can tell looking at them that these, bits and pieces of Warforged they have probably been like gone dead for a very long time. The damage to their bodies suggests that they were involved in some really intense fighting that probably took place a really long time ago, like perhaps 100 years ago, Yeah, just looking at the rust and wear on them, you don't find any of them familiar to you, but, you not met really any other Warforged other than Revan and the Butcher, so that tracks. But yeah. I will say, I'll also give you that, though some pieces missing from them look like they were lost in, like, battle, there are other pieces that look like they were meticulously removed, and some of this scrap and stuff looks kind of like what Nihilus was kind of built with underneath his armor and stuff, so she probably used all of this to make him.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Are you letting the party know that, Hoots?
Yes, actually, Hoots will actually communicate that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, I'll piece together that probably lines up with my memories of a war.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is relevant to anybody else, but I'll
Make a history. Everybody can make a history check. Another history check.
Oh my god. I got a 19. I can't believe that.
Crazy.
11.
An 11.
Mm-hmm.
A 9.
9. Cool. Yeah, Isla, maybe it's not Isla that recalls this. Maybe it's like your buried Jacqueline Storm memories. But yeah, you've heard about, there was a great war that happened like 150 years ago between Amarine and Morrigan. And that was like what Warforged were created for, and what most of them fought in. So, Revan's talking about some war that he has these, broken memories of, and you're like, it's probably this big famous one that happened.
The fact that I'm the one that does that is still wild
That's
to me.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Interesting. But what does it mean?
I don't know, but I'm gonna do some digging through this book and see if there's a way to restore my memories anywhere in it eventually. Not right now, but
Eventually. Okay.
Yes.
You've got a bunch of doors in this room, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess we should go around and listen at the doors.
Okay.
I don't mind doing it if someone wants to aid me, because I've got pretty gosh darn good investigation.
I can aid you.
This would be perception.
I still got pretty gosh darn good perception.
Okay. All right. Perception for the top door.
That's a 27.
27. You hear an individual in this room walking around. Occasionally you hear like a filing cabinet open, somebody shuffle through papers, close it. And you just hear periodically, like, where did I set my keys down? I
Okay.
can't, God, I hate it when you do that. You set them down, you don't know where they are. Gosh.
That's so funny. Is this door locked from the inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Let's move to this door.
Okay, perception.
That's a 24.
24. You do not hear anything.
Okay. Let's move to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so crazy. I got a crit and I got a 1, but because I have aid, we're using the crit. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That is
it's
crazy.
a lot. lot.
You do not hear anything in that room.
Okay. And then this room,
Mm-hmm.
just making my way.
Make a more
25.
25. 25, you hear, it's kind of like the faint sound of like, the outside, like, the sound's coming sort of from above, but it's like street noise, I guess, fantasy street noise.
Interesting. Okay. Like, for context, based off of where we are, would I think this is like an exit to the compound?
It would probably lead outside somewhere.
Okay.
So
Okay. And
don't
then
know
this
if that
door.
would be the courtyard or if it would be just some other exit out
Okay.
of the school, but
Okay.
alright, and this door.
Oof, both not that great. 16 is my high this
16.
time.
You don't hear anything, but you do see next to this door is a nameplate that says Devin L. Rothfuss, Professor of Archaeology.
Oh, so we should go in this room.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We might be able to find the last statue.
Yeah, we should definitely go
Oh.
in this
Yes.
room.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna, and I didn't hear anything, right?
Nah.
So I'm gonna open the door.
Cool. You open the door. And yeah, inside you find a cluttered office in a decent layer of dust. Stacks of books litter the desk. Papers are half caught in the desk drawers. Scrolls, artifacts, and such line the shelves. But nothing appears to have been touched in quite a while.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah. I mean,
Looking through.
let's look around. Let's see
Yeah,
if we see anything.
You don't have to roll anything just yet. Searching through the scrolls, you find that many of them are old texts describing the tales of finding oneself in a strange place, an alien land. They are all different accounts. And some of them clearly are describing, like, perhaps the Fey realm. Others seem to be describing somewhere darker, like the Shadowlands or Domains of Dread. But there are other documents that talk about the extremely rare occurrence of gateways or portals being opened up to other planes of existence that are typically much harder to reach, such as the far plane.
Far plane.
The artifacts scattered about are a variety, they're from a variety of places and time periods, but you do not see any clay figures among them. Why don't I get a perception or investigation check as well?
14 plus, I think it's plus 9. Well, investigation's 10, so 24.
24. Okay. A couple things. One, while looking at all these artifacts and things on the shelves around the room, you notice that there's a false wall at the back of the office. And one of the artifacts on the shelf appears to be the secret lever to open the door. And I'll go in and give you... Oh, this didn't require a roll. But there's also a bunch of like notes and papers sprawled across Devin's desk as well that catch your eye. Do you want me to read about those?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Searching through Devin's desk, you see older notes on a variety of ruins from around the globe. with letters to historians or other archaeologists in the area inquiring about different things or asking for clarification on dates and meaning and etc. Stuff you would expect an archaeologist to, be doing correspondence about. But there are also some newer notes. The newer notes are almost exclusively focused on a piece of stone tablet that he seems to have found covered in a strange text that he couldn't decipher. And this clearly, as it gets closer and closer to, present day, this became the focus for him. And then you find a bundle of letters that are all signed a fellow scholar, but you recognize the handwriting as Arthok's.
Did I know even before you said the name?
Would you like to hear some of the letters?
Yeah, please.
All right. First one. Devin, I've heard of your inquiries into a bizarre language. I have good news. I am uniquely familiar with this language and believe I can translate your tablet. I may even be able to fill in the gaps. If you send a rubbing of the tablet, I will send back what I decipher. I look forward to your response. A fellow scholar. Devin, indeed, this is the language I believed it to be. Incredible, you found such an artifact. I'm constantly amused by the inconsistency or perhaps randomness with which the other planes bleed into our own. Your tablet states the following. Behold the awesome and terrible power of the dreaming god, the water titan of the great old ones. Only when he wakes will the world be made anew. Only when he wakes will dreams become reality. His awakening will bring about the ... This tablet refers to an ancient god, long forgotten, but I would be happy to tell you about him, a fellow scholar. So there are numerous letters about who you know to be Cthulhu, and this fellow scholar paints him as an all-powerful god, but perhaps doesn't paint him as terrible as you all probably would. This person admits to worshiping the god himself and tells Devin how Cthulhu granted him great power and how he could do the same for Devin. As the correspondence continues, the conversation shifts towards promising Devin a way to meet this god and enticing him with knowledge should Devin help him wake Cthulhu himself. It discusses a ritual needing 7 others. Arthok asks for specific people at first, the names that you saw on the cave that you know were from his crew, the people that left him, basically. But he seems to get frustrated when he learns that it's not possible to get these 7 people. The last letter reads, Devin, I grow tired of this back and forth. Those 7 individuals were a measly assignment, but it's clear you won't be able to deliver on that part of the plan. I grow impatient, Devin, but I understand how important this is to you, to us. We will have to make an adjustment in order to carry out our plans. Pick 7 random souls from the ship's passenger log and await further instructions. I will require your willing participation in what is to come. A fellow scholar.
Man, that's wacky. We just got so unlucky.
So we really were just 7 schmucks that they found.
Victims of circumstance.
Yeah.
Ood.
Although,
Hoot.
might have been random, but that randomness did bring us all together, so it counts for something, I guess. I mean, we're all kind of fucked and cursed, but if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met you guys, so.
Hoots gives Darren a hug.
Oh. Dad.
Hoot.
Well, I guess we should
The false wall.
investigate the false wall.
Yeah. You can open up the false wall. And da-da-da. Yeah, and you can go check out inside. In this cramped, dusty room, you find the partial tablet that he was so infatuated with. You also see other artifacts scattered about, a barnacle-encrusted sword, similar to ones you've seen wielded on the island, a petrified tentacle, some rudimentary drawings of Cthulhu, but you do not find a clay figure.
Well, we'll take all that stuff. Dang it, no clay figure.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
I think we
Really?
know where it's gotta be at this
Yeah.
point.
It's
Arthur has to have it.
Yeah.
Or maybe Adrillis has it.
That honestly is a live possibility. Because he does like collecting interesting things.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Well, I guess we can investigate one of these other rooms. This one sounded like it led outside. These two I heard nothing. This goes back to our friend I stole the keys from. So
Maybe check the quiet rooms first.
yeah. Let's go this top room right here.
Sure. Yeah, you open this room. This is labeled Operating Room 1. And it's really just like medical or surgical equipment. There's really nothing of note here.
Okay. Let's look at the other one.
Other one, same spiel. This is Operating Room 2.
Okay.
Very, very similar.
And then I
There's
guess
nobody like being operated on
No.
that was interrupted mid-operation or something.
Unfortunately, no. In some other reality, Meredith Grey is trying her damnedest to get that surgery completed, but not here. For all you Grey's Anatomy fans out there somewhere.
that meant nothing to
That
me. I'm
went
Yeah,
over a
that
bunch of
was-
people's heads. Wow.
No.
I got you.
Okay, thank you, Casey.
I haven't watched it, but I have friends who do.
What season are they on? 30, 31?
It's something ridiculous like that, yeah.
I feel like the last season, the most recent one was like 13, but I don't know.
It's
It's crazy.
gone on too long.
Way too long. Way too long.
Way too long.
Okay.
Are there like surgical knives?
Yeah.
Could I like take a couple?
Sure.
Cool.
Ronan yoinking some scalpels.
Oh man.
And y'all are worried about me.
Ilo, what are you doing?
Well, I guess we'll try to stealth open this last door and peek through to see like what exactly the situation is if it opens
Sure,
outside.
give me a stealth check.
29.
29. Yeah, you have to unlock it, but you have the keys.
Mhm.
And you open the door, and you see a stairwell leading up to, it looks like a grate. So, and it looks like it's leading up to a grate, and then it looks like maybe there's like a wagon parked over it or something. Like a cart parked over it to kind of hide the grate opening.
Okay. Can I stealth up to the grate and look around and listen
Sure.
from under the cart?
Sure.
Carefully and stealthily and quietly.
Carefully and stealthily and quietly.
All of the above.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you need another stealth check from me?
Why not?
I shouldn't have even
Why
asked.
would you ask?
I don't know why I asked. 25.
25. Yeah, you kind of slide the grate back quietly and peek your head up, and it exits out to the street in front of the school. Yeah, and there is like a cart that's sort of parked over it. But y'all could definitely just leave from here and get out onto the street.
But there's still the little magical missile things, right?
Presumably.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good to know about.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everyone.
Cool.
Do we wanna open the last door with the crazy person inside?
I mean, we wanted to check the filing cabinet that's in there, so we're gonna have to
That's true. I can.
Should-
deal
I
with
can.
him anyway.
Should I go back and pretend like I dropped y'all off in the cells and just go through the filing cabinet? Because presumably this is the guy we stole the keys from earlier who thinks that I'm...
Yeah, it's the guy we
like-
stole the keys from.
If he sees all y'all, we're gonna have to kill him.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't care.
We care about killing people now?
I guess now that we know we have to kill like 7,000 or whatever, it's not really an issue.
You could also
It's
just
1,000. Thank you.
You could also just like go up and then knock him out,
That's true. I could do that.
and then we could all leave, and then we don't have to kill him, you know? Because he won't be expecting you to knock him out.
How? Okay. This might be a stupid question, but y'all, this is Joe asking this.
Okay.
What are the odds of me going up to him and chill touching him so severely that he just like freezes? But I don't want to like kill him.
Isn't chill touch like
It's
a cantrip?
necrotic
Yeah,
damage.
it's a can-
Necrotic
Yeah.
Oh,
damage.
never mind. Fuck me. I always think it's like ice or some shit.
It's really dumb
It's
wording with
weirdly
the name.
named.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Fuck me. Yeah, I'll just go knock him out, I guess. Is that
Wait, do
okay
I
with
have-
everyone?
Hold up,
Yeah.
let me see if I have. Because if I still have sleep. No, I
Yeah.
think I switched it out. Fuck. Yeah, I swapped out sleep in the last level up.
Trying
Okay.
to see if there's anything.
Do I have? I could try to non-lethally vicious mockery him.
Oh, man. Man, oh,
Look, not to
man.
like whatever. Are we trying to like leave somebody alive so that we can turn them in, or like what is the goal? I guess because we did also like kind of kill a whole room full of people upstairs.
That is true.
I guess I'm trying to avoid having to kill another whole room of people by having him call guards or something.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
But if we don't care about that, we can all just go out there.
I was just wondering because I was like, well, we can leave him and then he can wake up and find the room full of dead people later. Like,
Yeah, that's fine. Then we don't have to deal with it.
I
Right.
don't think he's gonna like tell anybody. Like, are we planning to tell somebody what's going on here?
They were threatening to kill me, so I don't really care who
Okay.
they tell. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to me. We can all go out there.
So
I'm good
the
with
plan.
whatever.
So is one person gonna go try and down him, or is everybody going to go try and down him?
I think it'd be really funny if I just opened the door and said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I think I ended up with your keys somehow." I feel like that would be really funny. And there's the chaotic part of me talking. You know what I mean? Like, I just really want to do that. Because, I heard him mumbling about how he just set his keys down and he lost them and he doesn't know what he did with them. And
Man,
those
So I
gosh
feel
I hate
darn
like-
when that happens.
I feel like we would be talking about a plan, and then Isla would just go do that.
That does feel. Yeah.
Isla opens the door.
You open the door.
Hey, as long as everyone's okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You open the door.
Yeah, Isla opens the door. Hey, I am here. I guess I gotta move. I am so gosh darn sorry.
I thought
I ended up with your keys somehow, and I'm gonna walk
What?
up and just set them down on the table,
you're supposed to be in the cells.
and then I'm gonna punch his lights
Who's
out.
it? roll the hit.
Oh, that's not great. Okay, and this is an unarmed strike. Let me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's actually +7, 15 to hit,
15 hits.
and then it says 4 bludgeoning. But I just wanted to knock him out.
He's
I don't
still
know.
up, so why don't we go to break? and then we'll reconvene. You guys are level 12.
Mhm.
Nobody in this building is gonna have 4 hit points.
Well,
But I like the idea. It was very funny. But y'all
Okay.
can all gang up on him and kill him or down him.
do I not get like? What's
No.
the thing?
This isn't like the movies where you just like hit them
I
right
don't get my
here and
sneak
they
attack
pass
because he
out.
wasn't expecting it.
You walked into the room.
You walked up to him,
He
put
was,
the
if
keys on the
anything-
table, and then punched him.
If anything, he would have been very suspicious because he thought you should be in a cell.
Yeah, you didn't sneak up behind him and try to, like, stealth. It was very overt.
It was funny though,
It was very funny.
and also exactly something she would do.
It's true. Let's go to break, and
Break.
we'll come back. Okay. Enough reminiscing.
Yeah, wait, let me-
Y'all need to
Finish.
kill this man, I think. Why don't we
Yeah.
roll initiative?
This is what I wanted to avoid, people.
Well, y'all should have planned like a joint attack or something.
Isla just ran in.
Yeah. It'd
You
be
just
like that
kept talking.
sometimes.
And Isla got impatient.
She did.
is-
She did, and that's okay.
So
That is
ironic.
okay. Add turn. to
Look, I have
this
to have so
dude.
much patience during the day with my students that, you know, when I play D&D, my character doesn't have patience.
It's a Sunday.
I know. But I have to
Okay,
Patience is gone.
Ronan,
13.
13. Darren,
15.
15. Da, 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 da. Revan,
12.
12. Hoots,
11.
11. Da, 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 da. She got a 25, I believe, and Orlana got an 18. Very nice. Isla,
I got a 16.
16. Nice. Cool. Okay, top of the round is going to be Chi. I need music. Combat. Let's do this one.
I moved myself a little bit because I didn't think I would have still been in
Y'all
that
can
back room.
y'all can move yourself closer to this door. I'm cool with that. Totally down. Okay. All right, Chi, what you doing? You're
I'm looking at a
Oh, I
spell
gotcha, I gotcha.
description. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one thing. Let me just make sure that's what I'm going
just
to.
one thing.
Okay, so okay, great. And then range is 60 feet on that. That should work.
These are all the. Sorry. I just want to say to whoever writes the stat block for this, you don't know which stat block I'm talking about, but these spells suck, okay? And I want you to know that. Whoever you are, they suck. I've said my piece.
You tell him.
I did. None of them are for fighting. What the fuck is that about?
Okay, yeah. So everyone's getting 12 HP back from my mass healing word, and then I'll use my action to Sacred Flame the dude.
Cool. What do I have to do?
Dex save.
Dex save. Dex save. That is. Oh, that's worse than I thought it was. Okay, cool. 5. Lay the damblage on me.
The way that I rolled shitty for healing, but like almost rolled max for the Sacred Flame. So that's how much. It's okay. 23 radiant damage.
Nice.
I rolled 2 8s and a 7. So.
Very nice.
Yeah, and that is my turn.
Okay. I think Orlana is next. Sorry, not to put that on you, but
no, that's
you have to go again.
No, this is perfect because I had so much fun last week. So let me see where she's at.
She like barely got hit. I feel like.
Yeah, it was great. Awesome. I didn't think that was going to happen because she was right next to Isla last time, and so I was like, "Oh, great," you know. But then you were just going for everyone else. Okay, I'll move her in a more advantageous place. Hold, please.
Bum, 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 bum. Y'all, it's absolutely hilarious how terribly I rolled in that one shot I was a part of.
I can't wait to see it.
Want you guys to know that.
No, it's great. It's perfect, actually. So is Orlando going to get advantage anyway with Isla being there?
Yeah.
With this dude? Cool. Amazing. So we'll probably just go ahead and try and hit this guy with Floodbringer.
Floodbringer.
Right, that is no crits, but it will still hit him. That is a 24.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. It's a D8, and then another D8, and then lightning. Does damage type matter for this guy?
Nah.
Perfect. Okay, I'll just roll all together. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm glad we figured out what that's from because I was like, it's just in my brain and I don't know why. Okay.
My family and I quote that all the time.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I feel like I've seen it played as recently as like within the last like 5 years.
I don't know that I've seen it played in the last 5 years.
Sometimes I feel like I still see it. It's like you still see the M&M's commercial with they do exist with Santa. They still play that one.
I mean, the Christmas ones they will play forever and ever.
Literally every year.
That and then Hershey Kisses one conducting the.
Okay, maybe within the last 5 years is too soon. Maybe like 10. I feel like I've seen it.
I don't watch cable, so I mean, because I assume it's only on cable and not on.
That's also valid.
Okay.
Mr. Owl.
This probably isn't great because there's some ones in here, but we'll see. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19, plus 1 is 20, plus 3 is 23, and then plus 3. That is 26 damage in total.
Nice.
And then we'll follow that up with a hide, just sort of across the corner where she's at. And just in case it matters, because it might. And then that will be for stealth. I rolled a nat 1 for stealth.
You are not hidden.
Yeah. All right, that is her turn.
That is your turn. Isla, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Okie doke. So, what I'm gonna do, I think. What am I gonna do? Because, like, I'm too close to use Last Rite. But I can use a rapier. I don't know. It says 100, 400, right? I need to not be... Because it's a ranged
That's
weapon.
not... I think, well, I don't know about your feats. If you have a certain feat or ability, then being within 5 feet won't affect you. But normally that's the only thing. That's the only hang-up with a ranged weapon. The 100 is like after 100 feet, it would be a disadvantage. And then after that, it's like you can't.
Yeah, 100 feet is the practical range, and then 400 feet would be the maximum range.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can use it even though I'm right next to him?
No, because you're right next to him, unless you have crossbow expert or some other type of like some sort of ranged. There are a couple different feats that negate being within 5 feet of somebody giving you a disadvantage. So I don't know what your feats are.
I don't have one of those.
Okay, then it's disadvantage.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
If you're attacking the Last Rite.
Yeah, I'm going to bonus action disengage and back up here. Okay?
Okay.
That way I'm not, you know...
I gotcha.
Disadvantaged anymore. And then... Okay. And then I think I'm just going to... I don't get sneak or anything.
No.
Yeah, I'll just attack.
Attack.
First attack is a 20... why do spells? Why do I have spells? What the heck? Is it 20
spells
to hit? Yeah, I have a spells thing.
Oh,
I think it's
Last Rite. I think gives you hold person.
Right. Yeah, and fog cloud and a couple other things. But anyways, 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's gonna give me this, and it's gonna give me this. 6 plus 7 is 13 piercing plus 4. I never remember what kind of damage this is. Poison. 4 poison. And then my second attack. Oh, why am I not hit? 18 to hit?
Yeah, 18 hits. He's a spellcaster.
Well, you never know. Oh my god, a 1. Oh, that sucks. 8 piercing plus 4 poison. I rolled a 1. That sucks.
He's in pretty bad shape. Darren.
Do I want to do some of that? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this dude at first level. So I need a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
Not a ton of damage, but hopefully it'll be enough.
11.
That is a failure. So
here it comes.
that is 10 points of psychic damage.
It's literally the amount of health he had left.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, bitch.
A single
reverberate
tear
throughout
rolls
his
down his
mind.
cheek, and he falls backwards. Amazing. Oh gosh. All right. You deal with him, and that is done. What's the goal now, guys?
Well, okay, I did just have this thought. Do we want to go in and like investigate all these prisoners that are back there and see if
Do we want to read through the filing cabinet?
Yeah, we want to
to
do the
Oh
filing
yeah,
cabinet.
let's read through the
Yes.
filing cabinet. Thank you. Before I forget it.
Filing cabinet for sure.
Okay. Um. Okay. Filing cabinet. Filing cabinet. Okay. The filing cabinet, it details the various patients that have been kept in the containment cells. These all seem to be individuals experiencing a form of madness. And some of them describe seeing tentacles when they close their eyes. Others hear voices or repeat the same things over and over again. And all of these patients, looking through their files, were looking into the great old ones and appear to have been driven mad by their research.
Promising.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this sort of lines up, like, y'all remember looking into this in Alamthir a long time ago and reading that whenever people went looking into this stuff, they would disappear. You're like, was the Academy the people disappearing them?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh. Do we still want to go and like chat with these people, or are we good?
I mean, I know they're. This is above table me thinking 10 would go in mind link with them. You're a Kalistar. I can see.
Okay. Cool. I'm afraid of hearing "wool" in my head, to be honest.
Super fair.
Fair.
Yeah, I think she would have that reservation to be.
Well, I think Chi's approach and use of her Kalishtarness is very different from Ten. Don't think Ten had quite the reservations about privacy.
For the one time.
It did not help that you were just like permanently linked to Ash throughout like the entire campaign.
No, and I assume that it's still a thing. Anyway.
I think
After
so.
a certain amount of time, you were just like, well, this is just it. And, like, let's not bother looking. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
We
there
probably would
any-
have looked into it. So do we want to talk to them or no?
I was about to ask if there were any of these like patient files that seem more notable that we could like abscond with.
The file or the patient?
The file.
The file. I don't know. Y'all
I'm not
might
gonna
want to
like
abscond with the
steal
person.
somebody.
I feel like you guys have done stranger stuff before.
True.
Fair. That's fair.
I mean, they're all similar-ish in nature, so, pick your poison. Roll a die, grab a file.
Are you thinking to like take this as evidence and like try and like be like, look at what the Academy is doing, or something, or
Maybe, or just to have like some more. I don't know. I feel like we have
Evidence.
enough like shit on like. I feel like we have enough stuff about what's going on that we wouldn't really need to research, just further confirmation of what we
To
already
like
know.
prove it's a real threat to people. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I guess.
Um,
Oh yeah, because there was gonna be like that summit
well, it
thing or
happened while
whatever.
y'all were gone, and they didn't really put much stock into it. So
Oh, we could
perfectly
call. See if we
reasonable.
can call another one after
Yeah.
we deal with the drilless.
They're leaving evidence around. We should take it.
Yeah, I guess these are all mixes of like scholars, historians, or like maybe the odd like reporter kind of person, all that kind of individual. You can take all of them, you can take a couple of them, it doesn't matter to me.
I think I'm just gonna take a few, just have like a sample size of,
Sure.
at least 5 from different types of people, just to show like this is not just like contained to one, like
Yeah.
it's across the board.
For sure.
People all going crazy.
I dig it. All right. What's the plan?
Yes, I have a question. I would like to. I would like to see then if in the cells, the people, I want to see if any of them, like, if this madness, if this is like as a result of like a curse or something, like something that I can help with, in my sort of tuckered out state.
You can give me Arcana or medicine, maybe one of those.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Nat
Oh my
20.
God. I was gonna pick medicine because that's the better skill for me, but yeah, so.
Nat 20. It's it's not. I wouldn't really say that it's a curse. It's just seems like they've developed like an intense, like almost paranoia from the things they've researched, or the stuff they've researched was just so overwhelming that it just sort of drove them mad. I wouldn't really say that it's like they've had a curse cast upon them.
Got it. So not something that I can take away the spell or anything. Something that requires counseling or.
Why do I feel like madness can? Okay. Various. Curing madness. You do believe that lesser restoration can rid a character of short-term or long-term madness. So that could come into effect. And calm emotions can help suppress the effects.
Fascinating. Okay. Well, gosh, how many people are in there? Like 7 or some shit?
Let me look.
I can't heal them all today, but I can get a few of them, or probably, or most of them.
2, 3, 4. I think we got 4.
Yeah. So do you have lesser restoration as well? No. Wait.
I have lesser restoration.
Okay, we could tag team then. You said there were 4, Amanda? Okay. I can get all 4. I can get all 4, or if you want to do like half of them, like maybe 2 of them. I don't know how you're doing on spell slots.
I have plenty of spell slots.
Okay. Do you want to do all of them? You want to do some of them?
Wait.
What's the vibe?
Hang on.
Ooh.
I think we're dealing with. Don't waste your spells, because I think we're dealing with indefinite madness, not long-term madness. Yeah, because long-term madness lasts hours, indefinite madness lasts until cured. So that's gonna require like greater restoration. So they can be helped, but this might be a task for another day or somebody else.
Yeah, I can't help with that.
Noble thoughts. Huh.
Somebody
Used to
said
be your
noble.
name. Crazy.
You called?
Don't know if you would be called noble anymore.
Crazy. I mean, I would love to help after resting, but I don't know. I mean, I don't love the idea of taking a bunch of mad people with us, and I also don't love the idea of just leaving them here. So I'm not sure.
You got a bunch of crazy
could
people.
Could
in
we
a basement.
report them to someone who we know could help them? I don't know.
But who do we know that could help them?
I don't know.
I was about to ask a dumb question, so I'm gonna pick a different question.
Nah, ask the dumb question.
Question like I just did.
Different question, which is, would I know of anyone in town who can help them? My first question was going to be something about the police department, and then I was like, Ronan would hate the police, so no.
I mean, you would hate the police, but it stands to reason that the town guard could help. I mean, the academy is weird and people don't like them, but I don't think anybody's necessarily had, like, evidence of them being up to anything legitimately malicious, and this would definitely count as legitimately malicious. So that could give the town guard reason to come in and deal with this, where they wouldn't have had before.
Okay.
Now, you would also know that the town guard in Pelamari, not always the best, you know. Sometimes you need to
imagine they're a bit
persuade them to do their job better, but it could be done.
Okay, so I'll say something to the effect of, this place already has a really bad reputation in Pelamari. But if someone like Darren were to bring them some evidence, then maybe they would look into it. Especially if I was not there. I am not going to talk to the police in Pelamari. But you can. They need some convincing.
Sure, I'll talk to the cops.
I would love that. Yeah.
I'll talk to the cops. So does this mean that y'all are? What's the plan? So we're gonna talk to the cops. Or does that mean you're leaving, or are you?
Yeah, because there's like a whole other building, right?
There's a floor above the main floor that you came in on, and you know that there are still some individuals in the building, but I mean, if the town guard takes care of it, then perhaps you can poke through everything after they're done.
Hold up. This is a conundrum, because like, if we go to the cops, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna spin this, because we technically did a B&E, murdered a bunch of people, and now we're like, oh, they're holding crazy people down in the basement.
We are
Maybe
also.
Maybe
Do we
you
have any
should take
physical
care of
evidence
that.
besides the disembodied arm that they threatened me? I don't think so. I think it was all
don't
just
think we do.
telepathic.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I wonder just how much like the cops really
I mean,
fuck
she
with
wrote
adventurers.
that note to you with the arm. So there is a physical letter that's threatening you.
Wait,
There's the
hold up.
files down here.
I also can just like fucking lie like a boss.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
tell
Lying
they
is an
invited us
option.
in.
lying
Gotcha.
is an option.
Audience, I want
Brevin
you
was
to know
already
that
saying
the
self-defense.
majority of us have been playing D&D for over 6 years now, and we are remembering that lying is an option.
Well, and that's kind of the whole shtick of my entire subclass is lying and
Yeah.
persuasion.
It's true.
We lied
Everyone's
a bit
bards.
last campaign. We haven't really lied much this campaign at all.
Normally you just tell the honest bonkers truth.
And people are like,
What?
what?
People wish you would lie more, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we forgot that lying is an option. We're
Okay.
used to honesty now.
Yeah. So we'll go talk to the cops. I'm gonna kind of like spin it, saying like we heard some big disturbance. Like the gate was thrown open, so we went to investigate. We came in and there were bodies everywhere. We looked around to try to see what happened. And then we found these files down in the basement and heard the patients down the hall. And they were like, you know, they're keeping some crazy people down there, and something happened. I don't know what it was, but something crazy happened.
Amazing. So are we jump cutting to being at the fantasy police station and spinning the tail? Is that what's happening?
Okay, but like, there's other stuff in here, probably. Yeah. I mean, do we
Y'all have
want
pretty
like,
much cleared out this floor.
Yeah, but there's like still a floor. Do we want to like have a first swipe at it before we hand it over to law enforcement? That might be wise, but maybe not. I don't know.
I feel like
You're
we should-
muted, Bigler.
Thanks. I'm down to clear the place first.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I'll go with that.
So, when we run into people, we're just gonna kill them.
Yeah, see, this is why I brought it up, because did you want the law enforcement to clear the place out for you, or do you just want to do it yourself? Because like at that point, it's like, why report it if you're just gonna kill everybody?
It's like I want loot and I don't want to kill people. Is that so hard?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Here's
could
what we can
you
do.
not
Here's what we can do.
convince law enforcement to let you walk through the premises afterwards?
Correct,
I mean,
but
you
also
could,
like
yeah.
if they confiscate things, what's to stop us from sneaking in and after they've taken all the people out, what's to stop us from sneaking in and stealing stuff?
I'm gonna
we
remind
could
you
just-
that she said our police don't really do their job. I think we could probably convince them.
Yeah,
That's true.
I could definitely convince them.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's let them clear it. Yeah, perfect.
We
Let's
have a
work for us.
reputation as a party, so like we could just say, "Oh yeah, we'll help you clear the place out," and like have them with us.
Yeah, from eating the crabs, that's our reputation in this town,
No,
Joe.
as the yo ho hos. They're gonna know who we are.
So
Adrillis
we've
knows who we
garnered
are.
We've garnered a reputation.
We have a
yeah.
reputation.
Realist is evil.
Yeah, but like the police are probably in his pocket, so they're gonna know
is
we're
true.
like.
Does he like us right now? That's the question.
Has he told the police to arrest us?
He probably figured Creo would deal with us.
If he even knew that Creo was the Creo shit was happening.
There's
I
no
don't
way
know.
he
It's
didn't
hard-
know. This is
It's
his
hard
town.
to say what he would and wouldn't know at this point.
It's fair.
I think we could very easily convince the police to let us come in with them while they're arresting the people.
I would know. This probably has happened before, right? that like you could convince or bribe the police to do things.
People
here.
bribe the police here all the time.
Cool. We have the money if it comes to that.
That's true.
I'm down. Yeah. I don't love the idea of just like killing everything.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. Okay. Jump cut to the
Disguise self.
Ye Fantasy Police Station. I feel like y'all can sneak out of here, no problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. So do you want to? Is there any way you want to change or adjust the tale you're spinning to the city guard?
I guess. What would y'all think about, like, saying that we were, like, when we heard that commotion, saw all the dead people, we went around to investigate, and then we got attacked when we were in the basement. Like we were like listening around, hearing all the crazy people.
That seems feasible to me because we're probably going to show some wear and tear.
Yeah, that's true.
We took some damage.
For sure. Yeah, I like that.
All right, so you roll up to the city guard. How can I help you people?
Hey, we would like to actually report. It seems like almost like several kidnappings or something.
What?
So it's a bit of a long story. We were passing through, and we were near the, what is that, Austere Academy? That's called.
Yeah, they're kind of weird up there.
So we heard some commotion going on, and so we went over to investigate. The front gate was wide open, and we saw in the Great Hall just bodies. Probably 10 people just dead.
Whoa,
so
shit.
Yeah, it was a lot. So we kind of went in to see if we could see what was going on, because we kind of do the whole hero thing, like, but we went down to the basement to see what was going on, and found several holding cells where clearly people with some mental disabilities were being kept against their will, potentially being driven crazy. I have their patient files right here, if you want some evidence. But in the basement, we were attacked, and we managed to defend ourselves. But we just didn't want these people to just be left there. So I was wondering if you guys would be able to, I don't know, see if you can look into this a little bit more, find their families, and see if they can get into actually more proper institutions or something like that.
Make a deception check at advantage since you have evidence with you.
I love Aaron.
That is a 26.
26.
It's not a fantastic roll, but it's...
Yeah,
better than,
the guy
23.
takes the files and starts flipping through it. He's looking at you. Holy shit!
Yeah,
this
man.
is bigger than anything we typically deal with. Wait a second. Are you guys that group that helped with that weird guy in Braylock?
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
Is that like y'all's job, like dealing with like cults or something?
It's kind of become that. Yeah, a little bit.
What were y'all called? What's your name again?
We are the Yo-Ho-Hos, my good sir.
You'd think I'd remember that.
It's a colorful name. It's branding. You wanna be memorable. Like everybody will remember that one.
I guess so. Everybody needs a shtick, right? Okay, I mean, like, I knew the academy was weird, but, like, I didn't think they were up to this. What, they're just,
Yeah.
like, killing themselves now?
I don't know. I don't know if somebody tried to. I don't know if they found somebody who was trying to leak what they were doing to the outside or what, but
I could be a whistleblower. Yeah.
could be.
Hmm.
But it was carnage in there, man.
Gosh, yeah, y'all look horrible. I mean, no offense or anything, but, like, you look a bit rough. I guess some of you
Yeah.
look okay. A little weird, but okay, man, I guess we need to send a team in. Yeah. He starts calling over some guys so they can start working out the logistics to head over there. Man.
I would like to like pipe up and be like, "Hi, I am a priestess of Selune. You see the patients aren't well. I can help them, but I'm just spent for today, having to deal with everything. But I would just like to ask if you could just, nicely, as nice as you can, gently extract them and just maybe hold them here until the next dawn, and maybe and they should be healed, if that's possible."
Yeah, we can hold him here. There are a couple local, like, churches and temples. Some of them might be willing to help out with some of that as well.
Perfect.
Gosh, and these individuals that were being, like, captured or contained or whatever, the patients, where in the building are they?
They're in the basement. If you go into the
Basement?
building,
I didn't think that building had a basement.
yeah, there's a lot you'll find about that. There's
I think we can get him for
Crazy.
violating city codes. On top of all the other stuff.
I was
of
about to
course.
say among other things.
Yeah,
There's
obviously.
there's
You know,
there's
just
definitely
pile it
some-
on, though. It helps.
Oh yeah, can't get him for one thing, get him for something else, right?
Yeah. You know it. Okay. Man. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing us the information.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for all that you do to keep this city safe. And one more thing. After you guys do your sting, would you mind if we kind of did one last sweep, just to make sure that everything's gone and taken care of?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That is a 23. Which is the lowest I can roll.
It's like, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's middle of the night. We could probably use, I know we're all tired. It's been a long day. So, yeah, having an extra set of eyes to come in behind us, not a bad idea.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much. We just want to make sure that everything there is taken care of, and anything's weird going on is
Yeah, you gotta
stopped.
root out these cults. You gotta get it all, right?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, man. I'll offer my fist for a fist bump.
Yeah, of course. Very nice. Amazing. Yeah, so you tell them they're gonna go send a team in, kind of clear out the rest of the stuff. Are you guys going back to, well, you put your whole crew up in a hotel room. Are you going to the hotel? Are you going to your boat? What do you want to do?
Well, I feel like we should stop by the boat before we go to the hotel, just to see if the boat's
Let's
still
check.
there.
Yeah, just a check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
you
not
go,
getting on. We're just looking from a
We're
safe
just
Wait, hang on.
looking.
Where's the cloak?
You left the
We took-
cloak with Allie.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
We took it
I
off the
thought
boat.
we had taken it off the boat. I just wanted to make sure that
You
it
did
wasn't
take it off
still
the
on the
boat.
boat, so we don't respawn in
Yeah,
the
we
boat.
had a whole discussion about how if we
Yes.
respawned and it was on the boat and the boat ended up in a bottle, then we'd just respawn in the bottle and be stuck in a time loop, and that would suck.
It'd
So
be terrible. Be hilarious, but
Oh my
terrible.
god, I just had a thought. Because it takes a little bit of time for our bodies to reform, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if that's the entirety of the time loop? Is just our bodies reforming and we're just stuck in an infinite loop of,
It'd be
of our
horrible.
bodies?
We'd have to roll up a whole new party. It's terrible. It's amazing. Let's not do
Oh,
that,
gosh.
guys.
Yeah,
Please.
that'd be bad.
Okay, you go take a stroll down by the docks, and your boat is still sitting in the harbor. Pretty as can be.
well, that's
Cool.
good.
It's one less thing we gotta worry about, yeah.
One
Mhm.
less thing to worry about. Sorry.
And then you can head back to the Copper Prince, which is where you put your party up.
Mm-hmm.
They're all happy to see you. Some of them are getting drunk at the bar, because you did leave them some gold to enjoy themselves. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Allie will come up to you guys and just sort of, well, you came back. Great. Some of you look a little roughed up. I've been trying to babysit. Carl is really working up a tab over there, but to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we came out of it okay. You know, none of us died, so that's a plus.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Let's avoid dying, please.
And we put the local law enforcement on the case. So they're clearing out the school right now, the academy, whatever the heck.
So did you do with this Kreia lady that mailed us an arm?
Yeah, I'd say pretty handily.
It's pretty good. Pretty good one.
Considering I literally didn't realize it would be a pun until I was saying it. Yeah.
Well, good. I getting mailed body parts. Let's not make that a normal thing.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Would be nice.
Well, we didn't find another little figure, which means I'll just, I catch him up on
Yeah.
everything.
You catch him up. You fill him in on all this stuff. Yeah. He's not sure where that last one would be, but it's got to be somewhere. Or with someone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can rest if you want. I don't know if there's... I mean, y'all went to do this in, like, the dead of night, so it's, like, very late. Probably starting to be early morning. So you guys are probably pretty tired.
Yeah. Nap time, I think.
Sure. You guys can complete a long rest. You wake up in the morning, kind of like late morning. Can enjoy some breakfast at the hotel. And yeah, what do you want to do? Not a good song reference.
No.
Gotta kick that habit hard. I would say by the time you wake up and go down to eat breakfast in the hotel, like, news has already spread that the academy has been shut down and the headmaster was arrested along with all other remaining students. And it's being reported that it's like a mass casualty event, and there was some horrendous, like, massacre that occurred, presumably them against each other.
Infighting, it
The
happened.
theory is that these High Guard people that came to visit got in a fight with the Alistair people, and they were fighting each other.
Mm.
But
We want to like look at the stuff that we nabbed.
Yeah.
Story checks out to me.
Yeah.
his story checks out to me. You can look at the stuff if you want to.
Did we want to go back up there? Like do like a sweep of the top floor?
Yeah, you can do that. You can go on and do that if you want.
She talks about helping those people today also.
It's true.
I can only do a few of them today, but yeah. Because I thought it would be less restoration. But since it's greater restoration, yeah, I can only do like a few. Actually, I can do most of them. But we may not want to do a drill and that,
Yeah, and greater restoration costs diamond
God!
dust, I believe. So
you're
you
so right.
may,
Need to buy some. That's fine. I can
or
do that.
you may want to put that off even longer.
Okay. Let me look at some things.
Yeah, you can head back over to the academy, and yeah, you'll see the same like town guard guy. He's yawning and like drinking a cup of coffee. Oh, hey, it's you guys. Yeah, we're just wrapping up here. Place is ready for you to go in if you want. It's been a long night.
I can imagine there's, from what we saw, there was a lot, and there, I don't know if there
Weird
was more,
shit,
but
man. Weird
yeah.
shit. The whole creepy like laboratory under the school.
yeah,
What
the
school
fuck was
needs
that
that?
about?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much for your
Yeah,
service.
Of course, thanks for the tip. And I mean, fortunately for us, it seemed like most of them took care of themselves. So
Yeah.
we like an easy day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and found the
Amen.
headmaster hiding under his desk like a fucking coward.
What a bitch.
I know.
Oh my god.
He's in
Oh,
charge
that's
of the
amazing.
school. Like, God.
Like everything's going to shit, man.
I'm-
That's your job, right?
Yeah, right? I mean, what is this educational system? I don't know. School of loons, I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys again so much. I'll fist bump him again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you need anything, you just ask for Mike, and I'll help you out.
Got you, man.
All right.
Thank you.
And you're free to explore the rest of the building. Oh, man.
Oh man, definitely want to go up to that headmaster's office.
Yeah, so, yeah, y'all, you've got the whole upstairs that you did not get a chance to look through, so let me... You know what? You're gonna comb through, right? The upstairs. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go up the stairs, the first thing you're gonna come up to is a library. And the library here, it's filled with books on the study of magic and cosmology and stuff. There definitely is a focus on different planes of existence and stuff, but there's nothing like super malicious or suspicious here. It's just a library. And, you know, of course you find like rooms and stuff where the students would sleep or where the professors would sleep. But one of the first rooms off of the library is going to be the headmaster's study. And his study houses numerous texts delving into less savory subjects. So you find texts about war between devils and demons. You find books on the 9 hells and the abyss. Why don't y'all give me an investigation roll?
She got a nat 20.
Nice.
And I don't know Orlana's mod, but she rolled well. Let's see.
Very, very nice.
I got a
So,
20 as well. Yeah.
great.
14.
Yeah, you guys find scrolls talking about the far realm. So there's definitely an interest in that. You also find a piece of parchment with a white circle on it, but nothing else is written. So very bizarre there.
Is it white circle?
Yeah, white circle. Yeah, you don't know what that's about, but it's weird. The information on the far realm is very speculative. It seems that people just don't know a lot about it. It's theorized that there are many different layers of the far realm, each ruled by, a different being. And then there are some weird items in this study as well. You find vials of acid rain from the abyss, a claw from a young dragon, a pendant of a white hand on a black square, the horn of a devil, a scrap of maroon cloth with a white circle painted on it, similar to that other one that you found, and then a glowing flower, might be from the Fey realm, so sort of a weird collection of a bunch of different things.
That white circle symbol, would I know anything about
Yeah,
what
like is it a
that
deity? Like what is that?
You would know nothing about it. Sorry.
Would I know something about it?
No.
Is it like
Would I know something about it?
Would I know? No, nobody
is
knows
it like
anything
a
about it.
fully filled in white circle, or is it like an outline?
It's like a circle outline.
Okay.
Hmm.
My first thought was moon, but
Somebody can give me a history check.
a history shit, but I'll try.
18?
I got a 7.
Nope.
Got a
Seven.
dirty 20.
Got a 9.
Dirty 20. The pendant of a white hand on a black square, you think that might be a symbol associated with, like an archdevil. There are several, like, really powerful archdevils that serve Osmodius, and you think this symbol might coincide with one of his, like, generals. So maybe this guy was super into devil worship.
I kind of want to yoink like all of this shit.
I was also thinking that.
Why not?
Warmer would appreciate it probably.
Mm-hmm.
I say we take it all. What's the
Absolutely.
Yeah,
For sure.
clear the shelf.
And we can look into that white circle thing.
Mm.
I guess next time we're in Alantir, somewhere that has a library, and see if we can find out any information about that.
For sure. Yeah, there's I'm looking through, you'll find his bedroom. There's not really a ton of stuff here. I think you would find some correspondence between him and Kreia, but what you surmise is that he just didn't fully know exactly what her experiments were on. It seems she had an interest in the study of souls, and just kind of really wanted a place to, research and try and build her guild's presence. And because the Alistair Academy was sort of dwindling anyway, it seemed like they could sort of help each other out. Yep. And it does seem like the Alistair Academy kind of did help her kind of track Revan down in some ways. They had heard about a Warforged that helped with liberating Braylock, and that tipped her off. Yeah, but that's sort of the gist of that. Eventually you can find Devon's room as well. But let me see. Yeah, it's really just like dusty, and it just holds like the textbooks that he would teach on archaeology and stuff. All of the really sus, weird stuff you found downstairs. So the rest is just bedrooms.
Well, we got a little bit of information at least.
Mm-hmm.
Weird symbol.
Yes.
Yeah. Really weird symbol.
Super weird. You found a bunch of stuff downstairs. Are you guys wanting to take time to figure out what that is, or?
Yes.
Okay. Is that something that we are identifying, or just doing like Arcana checks, or?
I mean, I'm assuming we have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll just ritual cast identify.
Sure.
A bunch.
Cool. Going through, you find the wand is a wand of magic detection. The vial is a vial of quicksilver. The tome is a tome of leadership and influence. And then the pearl is a pearl of power. I am not entirely sure if all of those things have matching stuff in D&D Beyond. If any of them don't, just let me know and I can get you some of that info.
If you guys wouldn't mind, I would really like that tome of leadership and influence.
So, I am the last person that needs a pearl of power, considering I'm not a magic user. So I know I grabbed this pearl. Not that Isla would know this, but I know I grabbed this pearl, but I'm not the one who needs it, y'all. It gives you back an expended spell slot.
Nice.
Right? That's what I'm reading.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Only like 1 through 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Type shit, but yeah.
Feel like that might be good for a healer to have.
Yeah,
Nice.
perhaps.
But
Just not me.
The vial of quicksilver isn't really anything like magical, but it's worth money. It can.
I'm glad I picked it up then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this pearl to Chi.
She accepts it graciously. I'll put it in my inventory as well. Am I the only? No.
I think Revan picked up the wand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get 3 charges of detect magic, I think. Yep. Cool. It is, the rest of the day is up to you. What is y'all's plan? Because, you guys level up.
Yay!
Yay!
You are now level 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heck
So,
yeah.
You level up, but you can do that off camera. But what's the game plan for the yo-ho-hos now?
I'd like to heal. Oh shit. Okay. if I think upon level up, I think I'll be able to heal everyone then. I think I'll actually have the spell slots to do so. Because it's 4 dudes. So that's what I would like to spend doing today. Although it sucks because if we're gonna do a drill list, we should probably wait another day. Please. But yeah, so that's what I would like to do, and I would just like to restore all of them,
Sure.
and stuff. Yeah.
Do you have the diamond dust to do so?
Yes, because it's 100 GP worth of diamond dust for each casting, and I've got 400 in my
Perfect.
inventory. So
Yeah, easily done. You cure these individuals of their madness, which is great. Very grateful.
Yay.
And I also like to buy more diamond.
Yes.
Because I've got GP for that, so I
Yeah, you can just knock off the gold and put that in your inventory. Okay. Yes, I need to know how you guys want to approach the Adrillis problem. The Adrillis elephant in the room.
Is there any method of getting any kind of intelligence before we just walk? Like, I'd say we should do a stakeout, but I don't want us to like.
We could fake contact him, like I suggested earlier, pretending that nothing's wrong and we're just all goody and
Theoretically, we could. I now physically can't roll below a 25 on persuasion and deception, because our proficiency bonus went up. But yeah, we have like, from what it was, I don't know, I might have to look through the spells for 7th level to see what we can do to figure out like strategies or something.
That's a good idea. I would like to propose to take care of a smaller problem. The vial of quicksilver, we can go ahead and maybe sell that today, and then just divide amongst us what we get for that. That's an easy problem. We can do that.
Yeah, y'all can probably get that sold for like 300 GP.
Sweet.
Be what, 42, 43 gold each?
Something like that.
I am gonna be in the hotel.
You want to look through that book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read through any memory modification.
Let's get into that a
just
little
everything.
Bit. You know what? I'm gonna pull up my old campaign document from the last campaign. And try to find where I put the contents of this book in that. Gosh, it's a very long document. It's like 300 pages. Okay, so the memory modification stuff, that is pretty much all through the spell Modify Memory. And that seemed to be, this individual, Azariah Fadark, seemed to be like her favorite spell, basically. So she would use Modify Memory and also like different suggestion spells to kind of coax people into joining her or doing things for her or coming with her somewhere, and kind of convince them to be loyal to her. And she had this grand experiment where she wanted like a group of loyal, skilled individuals that she could use as like spies, basically, that, no matter how many times they died, they could come back and they could keep doing her bidding. And through using modify memory, she was able to kind of just like rewrite their minds and convince them to come back and still work for her. And the way that they would come back is through a cloning spell. It's a very, very powerful, I think it's a necromancy spell. It's a very powerful spell. It has you have to use flesh from the person that you are wanting to clone in order to clone them. And then you have to kind of like grow the body over a period of several like days. And once the original person dies, they wake up in the body that's been grown, and yada, yada, yada. And normally that only works if the soul is willing to wake up in that clone body. So that's why that modify memory and those suggestion spells were so important. But she had a group of people. I'm trying to find the specific list that she had put in and like selected to be a part of this experiment. And she would normally cut off 2 of their fingers, and that was her flesh component. And interestingly, when you're reading through these people that were the subject of this cloning experiment, you do come across the name Konari, which you recognize as the name of Rin's dad. And you guys actually met him in Alimthir. So apparently he was a part of this experiment and was used by this Azariah Veydark. All of that is on like human flesh and blood subjects. But she at some point acquired Pierce, the Warforged, and needed some way to control him, and because he's not made of flesh, she could not use the clone spell on him, and so she had to resort to, messing with his memory, and then doing these other weird kind of experiments to make him more useful in battle. And he, in all of the research talking about Pierce, he is pretty much discussed as like an object or a weapon, not a person. Messed up, super messed up. But she was very, very into this and enjoyed having the power and stuff. And she also would clone herself, and definitely use some of those experiments on herself. But she was the leader of this organization called the Jade Enclave. And you don't have to roll, but you would have heard about them, or somebody in the party would know about them. They were an evil organization that worked for this evil elven queen that was defeated about 50 years ago in the War of Dragons.
Okay, well that lines up with the elven queen I've seen in my dreams.
For sure.
Okay, but there's nothing in this book about restoring memories
Make an Arcana
that have
check.
been. Okay, dirty 20.
Okay. So modify memory can in some instances be the effects of that can be done away with through the use of greater restoration, but also like in some ways you're unsure how much of your memory gaps are due to being messed with by Kreia, or due to just legitimately having gaps in your memory because of the things you have gone through over decades and decades. So I think the more recent stuff, for sure, Kreia has messed with some of that. But like, I mean, you spent several decades in a scrapyard and were sort of in and out of consciousness for that. So some gaps are going to be legitimate. But also, you did find in Kreia's notes basically like a log of your memories. So that may also help you recover some things that you're missing.
And did I take those notes?
Mm-hmm. You did.
Okay. Is there anything else relevant that I can quickly find? I'm spending like all day while they're going out and selling this stuff.
Do you want to look through Kray's stuff and the log of your memories? Looking through that, it definitely helps you piece a lot of the things together. And there's a lot that you had kind of gotten back through your dreams and stuff. So, like, you remember the war, you remember seeing that Elven Queen, and you remember Pierce being taken by that Elven Queen. So all of that, finally, you understand what happened there. You were in that battle, and he got taken. And then everything got kind of fuzzy after that because you were hurt. It seems like you spent a couple decades in a pile of scrap, and Kreia bought you. And at least for a while there, she did not pretend to be your maker. And she referred to you as noble, and you recall that. And through that time, she helped you rebuild yourself. And you got stronger, and you dabbled in this artificer type kind of stuff, experimenting with like the science behind magic and things like that. You started tinkering, trying to build that sword, but not quite ever figuring it out. But you always had this drive to try and, kind of avenge like your kind, sort of. You always hated the memories of like what happened to your fellow Warforged, and that you were helpless to do things about that. And through that desire to get revenge or avenge your friends, it kind of would cause you to deviate away from the things that she would want you to study and focus on. You were a little bit too independent for her liking, and it would lead you guys to clash. And then at one point, Arthok needed a job done, and it seemed like you were the only one that could do it because you weren't as susceptible to poison as everybody else.
Yeah.
And you didn't like that. He was a weird guy. He gave you weird vibes. You didn't know what his intentions were, and you and Kreia would argue about that a little bit. But she, kind of, don't ask questions. This is a job we need to do. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And that's when you found that book, and then you guys fought on the boat. And you would remember getting to the island. It seemed like Arthok at the time used the amulet to get there. But once you got the book, you guys argued and fought, and then your memory went black. And after that, when you would have woken up after that, you would have been referred to as Revan, and Kreia would have introduced herself as your maker and just spun this lie about who she was and who you were. And you did what you were told, but you still had this curiosity for magic and science. Clearly, it led you to steal that artifact. You just always had questions and wanted to kind of figure things out. And you maybe always asked a little too many questions. And that kind of leads you into present day. So those are basically, are there other questions? Are there other gaps that you need me to help you fill?
Not at the moment.
Cool.
I
I also think looking through her notes and recalling your own memories and your own interests in magic and science, you feel like, one, you could probably improve your sword more if you sit down and work on it. Two, you might have a better understanding of how Warforged work than anybody else ever could. So if anybody's going to crack the secret to making more, it could be you.
Gotcha. Okay. I am the only one with a currently not being used core of a Warforged that we know of in my dead body.
It's probably lifeless, but
I mean, true,
your soul's
but
not in there. But you at least have
somehow-
it to look at.
somehow Kreia had Nihilus with no core.
Yeah. The more
Running
you think
around.
about it, and the more you read through her own notes, the more it seems like he was just a puppet, you know? He's just a cheap imitation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is anybody else doing anything on this lovely day?
I'm just thinking about like stuff with the Drillus, and
Thinking of strategies.
I have
Yes.
I
We
have
need to talk
a-
through that a little bit more.
I have a question for the DM on the wording of a particular spell.
Oh no.
So identify has it's you choose one object you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Would that include command words?
Oh, like for the bottles?
Yes.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Okay, cool. So that actually decides what 7th level spell I'm going to take then. So I was like, should I do something so that we can like hold him while we you know, interrogate him, or do I just take prismatic spray and nuke him? And I think I'm going to take prismatic spray and nuke him.
You can do that. You're muted, Bigler.
Sorry, I can see Emily just going off.
Yeah. I'm trying to be polite. I'm sorry. So I'm like
Spit
muted when I'm
bars.
not. Reminder that when you level up, you roll your new hit dice.
Yes. Also that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just a reminder.
The other question for plans is, so I have this book now. And that would raise my charisma by 2 and the maximum for charisma by 2.
Oh shit.
Would we like to do that before we because it takes like 6 days. I have to spend a total of 48 hours
Oh.
over 6 or fewer days to read it.
It's a lot of time.
6 or fewer days. Just
Yeah.
48 hours straight.
Yeah, I would end up with levels of exhaustion, but we could do like 3 days if I pull 16-hour days
Yeah.
just reading and studying this
Yeah.
thing.
Let's do that.
I have to take a day anyway to like, because after healing everybody, I have to take a day anyway to get those spells back. So
That is true, yeah.
I mean, so it wouldn't be entirely wasted. So
I definitely need a legitimate game plan.
yeah,
I know.
we're working
And that's,
on
Sorry.
it.
that's why we've been
We're
so
working
quiet.
on it.
We're trying to plan.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk it out. You know, you know where he's staying, the Golden Gate Hotel and Spa. Fanciest fucking hotel in town. You know that the last 2 people that went to try and get information and snoop, you've lost contact with them.
So, Claudia has this fantastic spell, but we need to fight on our own our own turf, so to say, for it to work. So I think maybe our plan might be, no, we have to tell her some things, Claudia. Um,
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm laughing my ass off. You're fine. Yeah.
I think maybe our working plan is that we want to draw him to a specified location that we have had time to prep.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe are there any like open fields in this area?
I don't think you're gonna find an open
calamari.
field. I think the question then would be like, would he?
Right.
It's okay if it can't work. It's just, yeah.
Well, I think you just have
time.
to. You'd have to talk to him.
I figured we could frame it as, I mean, we could just do it on our ship. Oh my god. We could frame it as like inviting him over so that we could give him an update on everything we've been up to. Blah, 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 blah. Come have dinner on our ship.
I'm not getting back on that ship.
He won't trap the ship in a bottle if he's on it, right?
Theoretically. Okay. But you
And
have
we
to
just
stall
meet him outside the ship. You just have to
stall
see
him.
where we.
Yeah.
You just have to
Mhm.
see a space where we set it up.
You have to stall him for an hour.
No,
I think it needs
it lasts for 24 hours. We
before
can set it up beforehand.
Yeah.
Wait, but would
Did
he?
you not read the spell, sweetheart?
Okay. But wouldn't he see it though?
Yeah, is it not going to be obvious that
And it's huge. It's like a 120 foot on a side cube.
Yeah. Did you read the spell? I'm so sorry.
Well, could we set it up? Okay, could we set it up where, like, it's inside the ship, so like he doesn't see it until he's stepping in.
Oh,
Like,
the thing is,
to
okay.
go down the stairs to where we have our.
Can we fit it in there?
It has to be, the temple must fit within an unoccupied cube of space up to 120 feet on each side.
Up to.
Oh wait,
That's like
up to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be huge.
So it doesn't have to be that big.
But
No.
the smaller you make it, the smaller the space you're going to have to keep him
But
in.
no,
That's
I'm
the
saying
thing.
we just fit it. We fully fit it on the inside. As soon as he goes down the stairs to our second story, we fit it on the inside of the ship.
That could work. Okay, he would have to make a save though, and if he fails, I doubt he'll fail. But if he fails, that's a problem. Then he can't go in. But he could. But I feel like he has to save. I mean,
I feel like he'll save.
Would he? Oh, but could he possibly choose to fail? Is that something he would know to do?
It's worth a try.
I know.
There's a bunch of stuff where I'm just like going based on what I think he might be.
I think before you go too far into this Temple of the Gods plan, you should find out if you can lure him to a different location.
If this can even happen, because he might just be like, "No, oh my god, like my place is so much better."
So,
Do
we want to try and convince him to come have dinner with us in 3 days?
Has he been on our ship since it got renovated?
Give him a tour of the renovation.
Not, I don't
Because that's
think.
an option as a draw. If he hasn't.
Okay.
See what he spent his coin on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps. And
Well,
Benji,
I could send to him and be very, very persuasive.
That we have
for 3 days from now, so that you can finish the book.
This could work. If we could get him away from that would be great. I don't know I just don't know what he'll say, but if we could, that'd be great, because then we could just go in. Well, I mean, can we even be guaranteed that we can even just go into where he lives without him? Like, that there isn't a word needed to get in or anything like that, or that it isn't under some kind of magical lock and key. I mean, we could probably figure it out, but that's something to consider as well. because we know how to release all the bottles, and that's also an option. I mean, I don't know. I just, that was just the first thought I looked at, and I was like, but it's an option. It's an option. It's an option.
Should we have Benji send a message and try and persuade him to meet with us 3 days from now to tour
This
the
is like
ship?
a feeler statement. That might be a good idea to just be like,
Because if he's just not gonna go for it anyway, then we know to like plan.
then like why
It's
do
a waste
it?
of time, and we don't need to continue with it. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea, and yeah, and then if not, then we'll pivot to something else. That could
I'm
work.
still laughing at the fact that we avoided saying what spell this is, and Amanda goes, "Before we continue with this Temple of the Gods."
I
It's
will
a very
say Benji
specific
did
spell.
read the description, and so it.
Well, there's only so many 7th level cleric spells
That is true. You did say
Yeah.
yeah.
like it can only be one level.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. That is funny though. How that happens. Okay. I like that.
Okay. Darren is sending
Yes.
All right. Go Darren.
to Adrillis. I am
Let's
pulling
go.
up my timer. So take a second. Think through what you want to say.
Someone else gets to do this.
I'm
Oh,
so glad I don't have somebody
Okay.
watching
I know
Hang
it's
us do
not me.
this.
I'm so thankful.
You tell me when you're ready.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ready, set, go.
Greetings to our benevolent patron. It is the Yo-Ho-Hos. I just realized that you have not seen our ship since the last time you're with us. So the renovations were made, and we're in Pelamari. We'll be here for a few days. So if you want to meet us in 4 days, we'll yeah. Blah.
You will hear back. My sweet summer child, you sent 2 spies and you haven't contacted me in days. You can come to me, or not at all.
Oh no.
all right.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
what else? Were...
I mean, okay. I'm glad that we know for sure though. But because for a while we were like,
You
what's
sweet summer child.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
Oh.
he said come to me or not at all. Is he fine with just not? That's so weird. Okay.
Well, he said
I'm not
he's
fine with
grab our
not.
ship.
Like what?
He's gonna
Yeah.
yoink the ship as soon as we get back on it.
Yeah.
Like those are the
Okay.
choices.
Okay, I see. Well, all right. Well, okay.
I mean, we could just hang out in Pelamari, but I'm sure he knows people that could. Like, it's
So-
gonna happen.
Back to the drawing board. On the plan. Sorry.
So we are adding.
We just don't know a whole lot to like
Yes.
start a plan.
True.
Well, I think we need to try and stake out to see what's
Yeah.
happening.
You can definitely go walk over to the hotel. You don't have to, like, go to his room. You could just check out the hotel and, you know, maybe that can get some information. Or you can fight Cthulhu. I don't know.
I definitely don't want to do that if we can avoid it.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's fine.
No, going to the hotel is the correct idea. I'm just scared to do it.
It's fun to see
Yeah.
you guys so cautious.
Well, the thing we could wait a few days for me to read the book. All that would really do is increase my save DC by 1.
Mm.
So take it from an 18 to a 19. But yeah.
It doesn't matter to me. If y'all want to wait 3 days, that's fine. We can fast forward through that so that we can get to figuring out what we're doing and then starting that.
Are you guys cool with that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. 3 days go by. Your
I
ship
do have
is not taken at all. So
I do have one more question
Mhm.
about spells, because
Yeah.
in D&D Beyond they have the
the legacy and the new.
legacy and the newer ones.
Yeah, which spell are you looking at?
Prismatic spray.
Prismatic spray. Is there a difference?
There is a difference. So the legacy one, the damage for each of the different rays is 10d6. The 2024 rules is 12d6.
Oh, I see.
And I think the indigo and violet, or the violet one, might be a little bit different.
Right.
Oh wait, no, never mind. So those are the same, and the special one's the same, but the ones that do damage, it goes from 10d6 to 12d6.
You can use the new one. That's fine.
Cool.
I'm down.
Sweet.
Okay.
And let me do the stuff with the book.
For sure. Okay. 3 days. Yeah, and I assume you're staying at the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're staying at the hotel, but you still like check. Ship's not touched. That's fine. After 3 days are up, what are we doing?
I guess we go to the.
I mean, we could all go to the hotel area. I don't mind if maybe the rogues kind of scope out the situation, listen in some to figure out what room he's in, or like, what the heck? I didn't even thumbs down. Or like snoop around to see if we can find a ledger of what room he's in, that sort of stuff.
I assume he's in the penthouse, probably.
And we could
Oh,
just
wait, we
ask
already said
somebody
that.
at the.
He's definitely in the penthouse. Why would I even? You're so right.
But I mean,
Just, he's bougie.
yeah.
What, you think he's gonna live on the second floor where the peasants are?
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Him being on the second floor is
See,
way
like,
too
if
close.
he's if it's like a nice hotel, if they've got like security measures or like that sort of thing,
Yeah.
it would definitely be worth looking into.
I guess we don't have to have a battle strategy. If we're going to him, I guess we don't need a battle strategy per se. Unless the way we're coming to him is weird, but I don't really have anything. I don't think that can be a part of
Sometimes
that.
you just gotta face the bad guy head on.
I think
And
so.
hope
Well,
for
I mean,
That's
we still
true.
would either way, but just differently.
I have a feeling that no matter what we prepare, he's going to be prepared for it, and there's no point. We should just show up.
I think there's plenty of room for like y'all to do something surprising that he's not prepared for. I just think realistically, he was never going to let you set the location.
Mm-hmm.
But that was such a good idea, was it not?
Yeah, and like, maybe if that message was sent, like maybe if Escher and Foxglove hadn't spied on him and been caught, and like contact between y'all and them stayed normal, or Dream hadn't been cast or attempted to be cast, like there's a lot of things that factor into what has made him suspicious now.
That's fair. This is something to keep in mind. I don't know if we'll ever run into. I don't know, because I think after this is just Cthulhu. But it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. I first time I've seen the spell, so I'm like, whoa, crazy.
Yeah, Temple of Gods. I've never seen it used.
Yeah, it's an interesting spell for sure.
For sure, because it's kind of like a nice like tiny hut type thing, but it's also
Mhm.
like, but if you anticipate being attacked, it's like good for that too.
Right.
So it's interesting.
Or if you set up an attack where
right, which yeah. So I guess I will I will prep some. I think my 1/7 level will be just something that I intend to use on him.
Mhm.
And then everything else will be. I actually, I wonder. So, because I have spells that conjure beings.
Mhm.
Those beings then not affect him because they are too low of a level. Is that how that works? Because I don't know about that. I was unsure.
I mean, I think we'll learn about that in combat.
Okay. I don't even want to bother. I don't think.
Well, Amanda, I wanted to go ahead and prep you for this because I know you hate this kind of stuff, but I did take the luck feat. So,
Okay.
okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I just know that you hate when I like.
I mean, it's honestly.
At least there's a limit.
Y'all have been silvery barbsing this campaign, so
That's true. That's true.
Fine. And I had to deal with chronomancy last campaign. It's fine.
Yeah. Just wanted to give you
silvery barbs isn't gonna affect him.
No, well,
I
guess if you wanted to upcast it for some weird reason.
Man, I can look forward to not being silvery barbs.
On silvery barbs.
I will be there.
That's true. You can help.
I've got pancake out.
That would actually be nice. Yeah, look.
Pancake is out. Okay, good to know.
Pancake's
okay,
out, yeah.
You're going to the hotel?
Yeah.
Every time I ask that, it's like I feel everybody going.
Like my nervous system is screaming.
Do we have to?
What I love is like he's not the big bad. Like,
but we don't know anything.
You know that the best villains are never the big bads in your campaign.
It's so true. And it's sad too. It's like never the one that I've spent the whole campaign building up to. It's always like some other dude.
Honestly, like Father Mackenzie was such a good villain.
I know.
And Drillis is too. Like
yeah.
Fucking long con shit.
Long con, and I'm glad he made it as long as he did.
Absolutely crazy.
Okay. Hotel.
Yeah. Yes.
Are we walking up to the front desk? Are we sending somebody else to the front desk? What's the plan?
I think that there's no point in subterfuge. He knows we're coming, and we should just walk up and say that Adrillis is We should just walk up and say that Adrillis is expecting us.
You do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see some very posh individuals at the front desk. Everybody that works here is like, they're dressed very nicely. So an individual will go, "Hello, can I help you?"
Yes, believe Lord Theodore Drillis is expecting us.
Oh, Lord Theodore. And you are?
I'm the man whose wife and child he stole.
Okay, man whose wife and... I don't see anything listed for that. Do you have another name that you go by?
We're the Yo-Ho-Hos.
If it's not under that, it's under Darren Sycamore.
Okay. Oh, there is a Darren Sycamore here, and that's under a heading that says Yo-Ho-Hos. I assume this is the rest of your party, yes?
Yes.
Okay, well, it does seem like he was expecting you. Guess it's going to be a tense discussion.
You could say that.
Well, he is an eccentric fellow, so not entirely surprised he's got enemies, but, okay, you follow me this way. You'll have to take the lift up, but, it goes straight to the, top floor, and, you should be good from there.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And this totally out of touch with reality worker leads you to this this other room. It's sort of like a circular platform, and for all intents and purposes, it's basically a magical elevator. So it's this sort of disc, and once you guys get on it, it lifts up and deposits you in the penthouse, and we will stop right there.
Oh my god. Oh! Okay, all right. Well, I guess I mean I know what my 7th level spell is, I think, but I kind of feel like I need
And I'm
to
getting a little bit of bleed because like I'm like shaking.
Yeah.
this is
Oh my god. I'm the man whose wife and child he stole. Jesus
hard.
Christ. Go hard, man.
I died. You saw me over here.
I saw Emily is deceased.
Oh.
He's gone.
Ooh.
Oh, I was not
Oh
expecting
my
that at the retail front desk.
I
Oh,
appreciate that Darren was like, and he went, okay.
And don't see that listed here. God. Jeez.
she's just trying to do her job.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I think y'all were talking to Clarice. Clarice and Willoughby work the front desk at the Golden Gate,
Clarice,
if
Willoughby,
anybody wanted to
and
know.
Willoughby. Not Wallaby, but Willoughby.
All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to support us, please feel free to like and subscribe. But more importantly, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time.